Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Free Draw Friday. So today I thought it would be fun if we did a Draw This Again challenge. So on Wednesday I posted an extra video this week because I'm on spring break, and in that video I broke down my sketchbooks or drawings into 3 different categories. So elementary, middle, high school, and college and beyond. So on Wednesday you guys got to see some of the drawings that I did when I was in elementary school. If you did not get to see that video and you are interested, it's kind of long, but I'll have a link for it in the description and an end card at the end of this video. So this is a character that I made. Her name is Tess. I don't know why, but I really wanted to draw a fox girl, and I liked her so much that I used to draw her all the time in like middle school, but after that I kind of stopped drawing her. So I found this picture of her that I did forever ago, back in the day on DeviantArt. A lot of artists, I don't know if they still do this anymore, but a lot of artists used to make an ID, and it just said a little bit about yourself, and so I decided that I would draw Tess in my ID, and I could tell it's her because she has a T on her hat, and for some reason she's wearing a rugby shirt and has a whistle, and I don't know why, because at this time I had never seen a rugby game, so I don't know why I decided to do that, but I did. And I don't know, she was kind of cute. Not too bad for being 14, so I'm going to try to draw her again. And so let's get right into that. Okay, so when I started this drawing I felt pretty confident about what I was going to do, and by the end of it I'm really not sure what happened, but I made a lot of dumb, silly mistakes. I wasn't rushing or anything, so I don't know what I was doing, but you'll see what I'm talking about as we get further along. So a little bit about my character Tess. When I was in middle school, I was writing a lot of stories with my friends, and I came up with this story about a princess named Tess and her knight or guardian or protector or whatever. He was named Adrian. The two had grown up together and they were best friends, and one day the kingdom is attacked and Tess and Adrian escape together after her father is killed. Seems very cliche and super standard for a princess story, but for some reason I had this part where she was practicing magic and turned herself into a fox girl. She didn't have any special powers like a kitsune from Japanese folklore or anything, because I really didn't know anything about that at the time. I just made her into a fox because I liked it, I guess, or something. As an adult looking back on it now, I automatically think, where is the motivation? Why is she a fox girl? I don't have a reason. It did nothing for the plot. I never did write the whole story, so I really couldn't tell you how it ends, but Tess exists. She happened, so I'm actually really excited to be drawing her today. The idea I made was a rare moment for me as a kid where I started to attempt to draw digitally. I have a couple drawings where I did this, and I would usually print them off and save them in a folder with all the rest of my drawings, but as a kid with zero skills for using Photoshop, I remember it would take me hours to do something this simple. I think I figured out layers, but I probably only used like 2 or 3 total, and I had to use a mouse for the line art, so it was a lot of erasing and going back over things over and over and over. I still struggle with digital art now and just have way better control over a pencil or marker or paint, but I am practicing, and hopefully I will just get better and better. Alright, so some of the mistakes I made. I am not sure why, even with the original art right next to me, I made so many simple mistakes. The biggest being, and you will see I wrote myself a what the heck note on the side of the drawing, I didn't draw the long red sleeves. I didn't even realize it until after coloring her arms. It wasn't until I was using red to color her shirt that I looked back at the original and went, "What did you do, me?" Or, well, it's not too bad. If she really is playing sports, I can't imagine her wanting to wear long sleeves anyway. I mean, I live in Florida, for crying out loud, so I would never wear long sleeve shirts out to play sports in the heat. Another simple mistake I made was that I colored the stripes the wrong way. I was looking up referee jerseys because I believe when I originally did this drawing, that's what I was trying to do. But I could barely find anything that looked like my original drawing. I don't think many referees wear striped black and white shirts, or at least not for rugby. So I was really using my imagination there back in the day. I think I made the lines based on the reference I was looking at, so it wasn't until after when I was comparing the two that I realized that it was different. I did purposely leave the rugby letters out though. I just felt like unless you could see all the letters, there was no point in trying to smush them all on the shirt. You might also have seen that at one point I did add in the fox ears. I wanted to see how they would look, but in the end I decided to take them out. There were a lot of moments in this drawing where you can see me. Normally when I draw, I'm like looking right on top of the drawing, so when I'm sitting back so that the camera can see everything, I tend to lean in a lot. Also, it was spring break, so I was sitting in my house in the morning, still rocking my Rapunzel pajamas, so don't judge me. I love Rapunzel. Overall, I am okay with this drawing. As far as a draw this again challenge, I don't know if I nailed it or not. My style has changed a lot, and I did end up, accidentally or not, changing a lot of things. If I did this again, I would probably try my best to stick as closely to the original drawing as I could, even if I did or didn't like some of the stuff. But I did have a lot of fun, and in the end, I would love to do this again. If you saw my Wednesday video where I look at my old art, there was a Pikachu Lagoon picture I made where I was probably 9 that I would love to redraw. So maybe one day I will try it again. If you haven't seen my Wednesday video, you should. It's kind of long, but we look at so much of my old cringy art from elementary and middle school. If you're curious, I will post the high school edition of my old art in another bonus video sometime in the coming weeks, so make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun with this, and I hope that we can draw together again soon.